woman sent me a photo in bed with my husband, and I want to be honest about my first reaction, because it wasn't what you'd expect. I didn't cry, I didn't throw my phone, I just sat on my kitchen floor at 11 at night, feeling something I couldn't name yet. Some context. We've been separated for 8 months, and I'm the one who left. Not because of cheating, at least not that I knew of. I left because I spent the last 2 years of our marriage feeling like a roommate he was a light to. He worked late constantly, he was glued to his phone, and when our son was born, I basically became a single mother with a husband in the house. So I took the baby, moved into a small apartment across town, and told him I needed space to figure out if there was anything left to save. And here's the thing, the separation changed him, or I thought it did. Money showed up in my account every month more than I ever asked for. When my old car started dying, a new one appeared in my driveway with a bow on it, like a commercial. Flowers every other week, jewelry I never wore, because it felt like accepting an apology I hadn't heard yet. He never missed a single pickup or drop off with our son, and every time he'd look at me and say, "I'm not going anywhere, you're it for me." Then on my birthday, he handed me a letter, handwritten, 3 pages, about how I'm the only woman he's ever truly loved, how he'd been blind, how he'd spend the rest of his life proving it. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I kept that letter in my nightstand, and on nights I felt weak. I'd read it. I was maybe 2 months away from going home. Then Tuesday night, a number I didn't recognize texted me a photo. A woman in bed holding a man's arm against her chest. No face, didn't need one. I knew the tattoo on that forearm. I knew the watch because I bought it for our anniversary. I stared at that photo for a solid hour, then I told myself the mature thing. We're separated. He's allowed. It stings, but he's allowed. So I texted back, "We're not together anymore. You can have him." She replied in seconds. "I know about you. He told me you left him for another man and destroyed him. He cried about it on our first date." I actually laughed out loud alone in my kitchen. There was never another man. There was barely another conversation. But before I could type anything, she sent more. "He also said you use your son to punish him, that you barely let him see his own child. This man has never once been denied his son. He sees him 3 times a week. I have the co-parenting app receipts." Then she wrote, "I found your number in his phone an hour ago. You're saved under a man's name, like a contractor. I've been with him for a long time, and tonight is the first time I learned his ex-wife isn't an ex at all. 2 years, and he never once let me post a photo of us. Now I know why. I'm not sending this to hurt you. I'm sending it because I found something in his desk, and you deserve to see it." 3 dots. They stopped. Started again. Then a photo came through. A letter, handwritten, 3 pages. I don't remember walking to my bedroom, but I remember kneeling on the floor by the nightstand, pulling out my letter, and holding my phone next to it under the lamp with shaking hands. I read them side by side twice, because the first time, I didn't trust my own eyes. Word for word, identical. "You are the only woman I have ever truly loved." Same opening, same promises, same little loops in the handwriting, so neat, so precise, like he traced them, because he did. She found a typed master copy in his desk drawer, a template, with blank spots where the name and date go, and then the part that actually broke me. Her letter was dated 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we were still married. 2 years ago, I was pregnant with our son, sitting home alone every night, believing my husband was working late. He wasn't distant because he'd fallen out of love with me. He was distant because he was busy writing her the same 3 pages he would one day hand to me, telling her she was the only woman he'd ever truly loved while I disappeared inside his house. I asked her one question. "The photo you sent me, when was it taken?" She said, "Saturday night. My birthday was Saturday." He gave me the letter at noon. He held my hands in my doorway, teared up, and told me from now on he was focusing only on us. He was in her bed before midnight, wearing the watch I bought him. I haven't told him that I know. This morning he texted me the same thing he sends every single day. "Good morning, beautiful. Kiss our boy for me." And for the first time, I saw it for exactly what it is. Another template. I'm not the love of his life. Neither is she. There is no love of his life. There's just a man with a drawer full of letters, and women who haven't compared theirs yet. He was never trying to win me back. He never stopped. I was just the next woman getting the letter.